Alright. I know I said that would be our last cycle, but that's kind of a bummer to end on. So I think what I'm going to do is just head to Hollow Lantern. And we might land and explode and die, but it's going to be funny instead of scary. But the fact that on the map it says, like, you have 0 mysteries, you've learned 0 secrets about Hollow Lantern, it does make me want to, like, go check a look. But I don't want to forget about the cave, and that can happen early cycle. So let's go check out the cave on Ember Twin, and then we'll head over to Hollow Lantern and see if we can, like, touch it. I want to touch the lava. Every kid at some point saw footage of lava, and they're like, "That's fun goop. I want to scoop up a little of that and hold it in my hands because it's fun red goop." Kids, and I want to say this in a way that doesn't feel weird, but Gwyneth Paltrow has ruined a lot of things for a lot of people, and she's done it here too. That's really what the war in Iraq was about, was reclaiming the word goop from Gwyneth Paltrow. But kids like goop, and I think that's okay. That's behavior that should be encouraged. And I mean that in, like, the generic sense of the term of, like, Nickelodeon slime and lava and I don't know, that weird plasma experiment that everyone except me apparently got to do in school, which I don't think was technically plasma, but it's, you mix cornstarch with some shit, and then it's like, it's liquid when you handle it gently, but then if you try to whack it with a hammer, it's solid. I highly doubt that that's technically plasma, but all the kids who got it because their science teachers were cooler than mine, who did the experiment, was like, yeah, it doesn't follow the other states of matter's rules, so obviously it's plasma, the fourth hidden state of matter. Which, to be fair, like, yeah, I don't even really understand plasma still. What's the deal with that? What's going on there? Do we need to look into that more? Because I sure don't understand what's going on there. I think most people who claim that they understand probably don't. I'm sure there are some scientists who do. This is not me saying don't trust the scientists. This is me saying don't trust the people who say, oh yeah, we learned about plasma in class when I was a kid, and I understand it now. No, they don't. They're lying to you. Those people. What the fuck was I talking about? That was relevant to the game in some way, I promise. I don't know. I've lost it. I keep forgetting I've got a flashlight. Alright. Now, I felt like we did a pretty good job exploring all our options, but apparently not all of them. Left, I feel like, was a dead end very quickly, so we're going to start with right again. We've got 3 options here. Left is a dead end. Right, I believe, becomes a dead end pretty quickly. Yeah, okay. So let's definitely try middle on this one. Like, I feel like, yes, it's a maze, but this feels like the type of game where it's like, if you are getting deep into the maze, it is a sign you're heading the right direction. Rather than, like, real-life mazes on pen and paper where you can get super far and then at the very last second realize, ah, shit, that was a dead end. Ah, is this a hidden? Yeah, this is a little route I didn't notice before. I bet this is the... Yeah, awesome. Okay, that wasn't that bad. Cool. Now what? Oh, up? Coleus was one of the Nomai that I did quite like. I really hope they made it out. I know the Nomai use he and she, but every time I tried to guess which pronouns a character used, I would find out later I was incorrect about that. That's literally like 80% of the time that has happened. So I'll just use gender neutral until I can really start keeping track. Pi is a girl. Yarrow, I think, is a boy. Idea... Like, Idea sounds feminine, right? But again, all the names that I keep thinking are feminine have turned out to be he, him, and then the opposite is true for names that I consider sounding more masculine. So, like Coleus, if we go by Roman rules, should definitely be a man's name. But this game keeps trying to trip me up with some of the Nomai names, so I can't know for sure. Is there a second maze? How am I supposed to get over this cactus? Oh, no, I don't need a shirt. Back here again. Dead end for sure. Not dead end. More cactus. More cactus. Okay, not dead end. Dead end. But dead end that got me further. Those do not seem like cactuses that I can wait for the sand to fill up. Cactus. What the... What? Are the cactuses also quantum? Holy shit! Okay. I feel like there's been no indication of that, and also they don't show up on the quantum fluctuation thing. But okay, I guess maybe the whole cave is quantum. Still, there should be some indicator on the radar, I think. That is a little bit weird, but... Alright, holy shit. Glad I picked up on that, because that was going to get really annoying. And there's the rock. Nope, equip the translator. Alright. If you've come here to look for Coleus, this is where we were when he vanished. He's been missing for 2 days now. Your strange wandering rock friend is here, though Coleus isn't. Coleus and I observed this unusual-looking rock shard and several smaller rocks in at least 2 other caverns. I'm unsure if this is relevant. What happened before... sorry, Bill Burr. What happened before Coleus disappeared? We were examining the different rocks. I recall Coleus standing on the largest one, the Wandering Rock. I was taking notes and then my lantern died. Your lantern died, huh? When I lit it again, Coleus and the rock were both gone. So I maybe can write it... I just need the lights down. Yeah, it's literally just the lights going out that caused that to happen. Oh, that's really cool. So is this our third location? She mentioned 3, and we know where the first one is. But this looks completely new, unless there's a... Yeah, there's no thing on this side, so this is the third cave. So let's definitely explore this. Aha. How curious. This rock took me with it to a new location. I wonder why this happened. Curious, but also alarming. This new cave appears to lack an entrance or exit. Also, the rock that brought me here disappeared while I wasn't watching. Wandering Rock has returned. Never before have I been so delighted to see a sedimentary specimen. I wonder if I myself became quantum briefly when the rock carried me here. This seems to be the clearest explanation. Hypothesis. If the rock can bring me here, it can also carry me out. My hypothesis was correct. I can travel on this rock as long as I'm not observing my surroundings, meaning I must be in complete darkness. I'm going to bring my mentor here to see this. Melrai is here now too. We theorize when a conscious being is in contact with a quantum object and ceases to act as an observer, explaining the need for darkness, the being can become entangled with that quantum object and they move together. Friends, Coleus has discovered a new quantum rule. He has also promised me he'll never vanish again, even if he does learn something useful from it. Radical. That's fun. Now the quantum shit is fun. It's been annoying for me so far, but now it's fun. Yeah, now we're in this cave. This is where they mentioned how Coleus went missing, right? Yes. Alright, and then I gotta watch out for the cactus. They're coming for me, man. Okay. I would like a ride back to the place with plants. Oh, right. No, not this one. Not this one. Yes, thank you. Oh, that's cool. So that explains how we're going to use quantum moon. But we now have rules established for how to write a quantum object somewhere. So that's incredibly cool. Actually, I want to reload on oxygen, but would it be faster to... Obviously, I don't want to get into the cave that's a complete trap, but... I forget where this last one is from. Would it be faster? Ow. Yeah, where the hell did this come from? Oh, right, ruins near church. Okay. For a second I was like, Sunless City shortcut? No. Which, again, I don't really need anymore. At least the Sunless City shortcut would not be any more useful if it doesn't power up the towers. Get me to the lab faster so that I can power up the towers. Okay, that was a really fun little last tidbit to end on, and we probably will end on it because I truly can't imagine why what Hollow Lantern has to offer us. But we're gonna go see. Why not? That would explain why I can't see it. It's on the other side of the sun. I should not match velocity because that's going to take me into the sun. Although, nah. Yeah, now I can start trying to match velocity. Oh yeah, let's see what the deal with this thing is. Why not? Does it seem like there's not many safe places to land, perhaps? Interesting. Oh, it did load in some textures, so maybe there is something to be said for this tiny little spot. Maybe not that one. Is it like Ash Twin, where it slowly runs out of lava? It looks like more land masses are forming as we go. Alright, this actually looks like a... No, my ship will tumble in. I'm trying to find an angle that's not steep on a volcano, but I don't think there's going to be one. This is my best bet. No, don't get... No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Notably, no surface detected, it would seem. Oh, no, there's a little bit. Alright. Let's see what's happening on the Hall Lantern. Seems dangerous here, Phil. Oh. Perhaps there are mysteries to uncover. But I should get in... God damn it. Oh, boy. I really thought I was going to die right then and there, but nope. Good to go. Warning. Increased solar activity detected. Warning. Increased volcanic activity detected. Verdict. Location is out inhospitable. Evacuation recommended. We'll be fine. Ooh, a Timber Hearth projection stone. I wonder what it's going to show us. I don't know if we've seen this room before. Whoa, whoa. What? Oh, wait, no, maybe... Okay, no, we have. That was just a glitch. Yeah, we've seen that. Alright, what you got for me? Root. Friends in the Timber Hearth mines. The last type of ore you sent us survives the longest in direct heat. Can you send us more of the same for additional testing? We're attempting to improve its durability, and our forge has already burned through everything you sent. We'll deliver more ore to Charles Lantern immediately. You must be fired up about crafting the Ash Twins Project's protective shell. My gratitude. I imagine we'll also have an updated estimate soon of how much ore is needed to seal off the Ash Twin Project. Will it be more than we initially thought? It will be significantly more. The smallest crack or opening in the protective shell would destroy everything. Yes, the idea of an encasement that's supernova-proof, however briefly, has kindled my curiosity. Interesting, so they're making a shelter. So I'm curious if, theoretically, the ending to the game might end up being... Once I... well, if it cracked, because it seems like that was the problem, right? It cracked, but maybe we can repair it. And I might be able to, theoretically evacuate my buddies to that. If there is a supernova-proof shelter around, I would like to know about it. Potentially controversial take. Alright, anything going on here? This one looks relatively empty. I think the lava is slowly running low, because I think that's a little spiral formation. Was a lot less prominent earlier. Wow, I was laughing off Hall Lantern having some cool shit on it. Boy, was I wrong. I'll admit it. I'll admit it, I was wrong to be a bully. Is this the one I just explored? The very tall one that had nothing inside of it. Yeah, okay. It keeps trying to launch me. Ah, shit. It keeps trying to launch me into orbit. There are at least 3 volcanoes. That's a fact. Is it the same tall one again? No, this doesn't match the map on the left there. Should tell me if I've been here in the recent past. This one also looks like there's not much happening. Used up a lot of my fuel there, but that's alright. How are we doing on Doomsday Clock? About to run out. So let's definitely get our exploring in while we can. Now that most of the lava is gone. That is cool that it empties out of lava. That's really fun. Okay, that's the one we already explored. Is there something in the middle of that one? What's that? What the fuck is that? Is that a fucking skeleton? Why is there a skeleton in there? And why is it doing a little boogie dance? What the hell? Yeah. Is he praying or is he dancing? And in this kind of world, is there a difference? Yeah, I can't tell if that's meant to be like a big, interesting hint, or if that's like a little Easter egg of like, isn't it funny that there's a skeleton in the lava? Fell in. I guess he probably fell in. I don't know if his bones would actually stay like that, but it's a fun little thing. Alright, seems like there was not much else to explore on Hollow Lantern. I waited to see if the lava would reveal more, and all it revealed was Rick Astley in the middle of the lava, so... that, I think, will do it for tonight. Dark Bramble's frustrating for me. Because I feel like we found the thing we were supposed to find, and it just was nothing. There's no actionable information from that, which is really frustrating. And we gotta go in there again, because there's something in there we're supposed to figure out. Which sucks, dude. I don't want to go back in there. It's bad in there. But the quantum shit we figured out was really cool. Sun Station was really cool. We did end up doing some cool shit this session, even though it was slow going. We made some progress. So let's go over our log to brainstorm what we can do next time, and then we will call it quits for the night. Because yeah, we're getting close to 4 hours here. I think I just like my momentum for this whole Let's Play has been really strong up until this session. So this session I was like, I gotta keep trying to check a couple things on the list. Check them off rather. And so I just wanted to keep playing. Sun Station, cave, testing site. Alright. A Nomai named Coleus was standing on the wandering rock when another Nomai's lantern died. When they relit the lantern, Coleus and the rock were both gone. That's kind of fun. I mean, they could just mean because there are multiple scientists, but that is kind of fun that these are written in first person and the main character is defaulting to they for Malore. To travel with a quantum object, I must stand on the object and cease to observe my surroundings, meaning I must be in complete darkness. Coleus used this quantum rule to escape the cave he was trapped in. Coleus and Melrai returned to examine the rock. He used he for Coleus, so it was probably just in reference to multiple researchers. Coleus and Melrai returned to examine the rock. They theorized that when a conscious being is in contact with a quantum object and ceases to observe his or her surroundings, the being can become entangled with that quantum object, and they both move together. How do I apply that to Quantum Moon? The sun is lighting it at all times. Maybe if I start zooming towards it and then I look away from it or something? I don't know. testing site. Ore samples from the Nomai mines on Timber Earth were sent to this volcano for durability testing. The Nomai were trying to craft a briefly supernova-proof shell to encase the Ash Twin project. Even the smallest crack or opening in the protective shell would destroy everything. Alright, and then where was Sun Station? Here it is. Sun Station was designed to make the sun go supernova. The Nomai fired the Sun Station, but it had no effect on the sun. They concluded the Sun Station could never cause the sun to go supernova. After the failure of the Sun Station, the Nomai took a break to investigate the newly arrived comet. According to a Nomai computer, our sun has reached the end of its natural life cycle. So that tells me that, like, I think Interloper does make it skip a stage. It does not turn into a red giant like it's supposed to, but it is in the somewhat near future going to go nova anyway if it is at the end of its natural life cycle, which tells me conclusion to the game is probably get the Hearthians into the Ash Twin project. That feels like endgame to me, because that's the only way to survive anything, you know? Even if we divert Interloper, the sun is going to start exploding, and that's bad news for us. If we can survive inside a supernova proof shell, then we can, I mean, it's going to suck because we're not going to have a sun anymore, but we can at least hope to survive for longer. In the same way the Nomai survived, we could potentially. Although I'm curious, like, Eye of the Universe could change everything, or it could change nothing. There's part of me that kind of thinks it would be very interesting story-wise if we get to the Eye of the Universe and it's like, it's like a somewhat interesting scientific anomaly that is in no way the savior everyone was hoping for. And the kind of disappointment of that, of watching the Nomai race finally find the thing they traveled all this way for, and it was pretty much nothing. It'd be sad, but I think it would also be a very interesting story beat. But there's also the chance that the Eye of the Universe is some kind of savior. I still kind of hope it's not a living thing. I think that doesn't feel like the most interesting story thing for me. I think it's more interesting if it's a natural anomaly, because that fits with the fairly hard science vibes that this game is putting out. But I'm very curious to see what it is, and I'm telling you now, I am going to be satisfied story-wise if the answer is it wasn't really much of anything. I'm weirdly okay. I'm a lot of times more disappointed with a plot twist if it's trying way too hard to be like, and it changes everything you thought you knew and recontextualizes every single aspect of the story so far. A lot of times I think that can end up being a little bit cheesy. Whereas watching characters go through disappointment because they were expecting something to be a bigger deal than it ended up being, I think can be very interesting for a story. Anyways, I do want to go through our big question marks. There's a quantum signal on Giant's Deep we still need to find. I should look for that. That's a good reminder. Quantum Moon we need to figure out. But we've learned more about quantum shit. That's interesting. Then I built a shrine on the Quantum Moon, so we can't obviously explore that until we can land on it. And then the 6th location, we've gotten instructions for once we land on it, and presumably land next to the shrine. How do we get it to get to the 6th location? But landing on the moon is still something. It feels like there's pieces missing. Because the moon disappearing when we fly into it is its own separate thing. For the quantum rocks, it's not like they wouldn't let us touch them when we weren't looking. So I don't think the no-looking thing is the key to landing on the moon. It's just the key to making it go somewhere while we're still on it. Landing on the moon we still don't know much about. We know going into the South Pole is important, but I don't think that's the only key, because I've tried that a lot and nothing's happened. Alright, Escape Pod 3. Never made it out of Dark Bramble. Yeah, I know. The vessel. Also crashed somewhere in the Dark Bramble. Yeah, I know. No, I'm not done yet. The central chamber inside Ash Twin is physically sealed off by an immensely thick protective shell. That is the supernova-proof shell. Capable of producing a 20-minute negative time interval. Every memory recorded is transmitted in advanced warp cores approved for installation. But yeah, we still haven't gotten in there. Do we know... Inside Ash Twin. It's not Ember, it's Ash. That's good to know. It seems like that's the sort of thing. I mean, like, if it cracked, and it seems like it cracked, because I think that's what set in the emergency system that let us have a 22-minute loop. Like, it seems like it does still need to be repaired, but we haven't spotted... Even oh, that's probably why the core of Ash Twin is so shiny. That's actually the shell. So maybe that's another thing we can investigate at the end of the cycle, see if we can find the crack. Because it's probably fairly small. So we'd have to look around for it more. But it's probably not our way in. I think we'll have to teleport our way in. That's my guess. Subsurface energy readings on Interloper, we definitely do piece together. I think that's going to be the first thing we do next time. Feldspar headed off to Dark Bramble. When I launch my scout into the sea, the crash timber her that ends up in a much... Okay, yeah. Okay. Launch module looks heavily damaged. There's a huge breach in the glass viewport, exposing to the vacuum space. Is there... Would I still be able to investigate that? I have not tried too hard to investigate the broken pieces. Maybe I should do that. Probe tracking is receiving data from the launched probe, but the module is missing. I suppose I could... If it breaks off into 3 pieces, the launch module is still in orbit, it just doesn't have an atmosphere. If it breaks off into 3 pieces... Is that what's in the core of Giant's Deep, maybe? That's why that's important? That would explain why it's being electrified. I mean, it could also just be electrical wildlife, like an electric eel. The jellyfish seem to be emitting electricity. It could be that as well. But that makes the core of Giant's Deep way less scary if that's just... If the weird glowing thing inside is just the module I'm looking for. Alright. Giant's Deep is definitely, I think, a really good place to double check. And then Interloper, I want to figure out what these subsurface energy readings are. And then, yeah, there's some Dark Bramble shit, I suppose. And then Quantum Moon shit. And then I think Ashman Project might be one of the last things we figure out. Because I think that's the key to the Hearthians even surviving any of this. Alright. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to meditate till next loop, so that all that time I spent reading does not affect when I pick this back up. But I also want to double check something before I forget it, because I'm definitely going to forget it if I don't do this now. Wow, I accomplished so much that loop. Holy shit. Oh, I also, yeah, I didn't want... I have a friend who loves this game, and I've been chatting with him a good amount. And he's been very good about not solving any puzzles for me. Even if I tell him, oh, I'm super stuck on this puzzle, he is very good and smart, and you should do this if you're talking about your friends with games that you love, of not just telling them how to solve the thing, because the whole appeal of games like this is that you figure it out yourself. But he has, on multiple points, made sure that I'm aware of just, like, actual key mechanics of the game. Okay, no, it's not. It's going way further out into orbit. So I might be able to track that down too. Interesting. Okay, yeah, he's been making sure that I am aware of the mechanics that I'm supposed to already know about. One of which was, hey, do you know about the ship log? Because I said, like, oh, I need a checklist and a paper and pen to keep track of everything I need to do. And he was concerned that I didn't know about the ship log. I did, and I was like, no, in addition to that, I also need pen and paper. But one thing I did not know that he informed me about was the doze off mechanic. I figured that was very similar to meditate, where it will just shoot in the next cycle. But it's not quite that. Was that seconds? That was probably seconds. I thought it was minutes. I was like, oh no, please no. it allows you to skip forward for a little while. So if there's something that is in the late stages and you don't want to do anything until then, you can fast forward a little bit. So that's pretty cool. I can't think of too many circumstances where I would really want that, but that's a nice. Excuse me. It's a very nice mechanic to have. All right. That's like 3 minutes wasted, so I'm going to meditate again. But then that is where I'm going to call it for tonight. We've got mostly a game plan for next time. Dark Bramble's really frustrating to me right now, so we're going to leave that alone for a while. But we'll double check Giant's Deep to find that quantum signal, to investigate the cannon a little bit more, and then we'll investigate Interloper, and we'll see where that gets us. And then after that, we'll come up with more plans. All right, cool. Got a plan. That's it for tonight. Good night, everybody.